Hey guys, welcome to Not So Random Chat, the nighttime live stream where we talk about whatever we want to. So, settle in and grab your libation. It could be your wine or tea or coffee or whatever you want to drink. And let's just sit back and chill. I'll be with you in a moment. Are you guys ready? Okay, well, so am I. So let's get into it. Here I come. Hola from the west side. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. We are in the last week of June, and for most of the country, we are officially starting to see signs of summer. Some of them good and some of them not so good. A lot of rain in many parts of the country, tornado warnings, etc. I was planning on being on here. Ooh, wait a minute, I'm getting feedback. Let me move the mic, y'all. I was planning on being on here for a while, but I mean, for my normal amount of time, but I'm probably going to a shorter live because I am frustrated because of technology having to reboot my computer and just stuff. Hold on 1 second. I am going to broke us a joke. All right, so I'm on camera. All right, so we're gonna start off with some of the trending topics. Hold on, let me mute myself for 1 second while I move. I don't want the feedback. Hold on. I don't know. I don't think y'all can hear me. Okay, now you can. Now you can. So for a minute there, you couldn't hear me. Okay. All right. Yeah, I had to disconnect and reconnect. I had to move some stuff around. Some point within the next 2 months, I'm gonna have to get a bigger workstation that's gonna accommodate my stuff for my day job and also, everything that's for YouTube and for my side hustles. 'Cause I do everything in this area. So yeah, we're gonna have to get a bigger, you know, kind of computer desk. I think I'm gonna get one of those gamer desks. Hey, we got a gamer chair. Might as well go ahead and get a gamer desk. And the desk that we're using, we're just gonna put it in a different part of the house, repurpose it. All right, you guys. So we're gonna start out with trending topics, and we're gonna start out with the BET Award that happened last night here on the West Side in Los Angeles. Now, a week ago, we were talking about the fact that Tyler Perry has was purchasing BET and VH1, but I don't think he had anything to do with last night's award. And the way that the awards were last night, outside of Busta Rhymes and it being the 50th tribute to hip hop, it was ghetto and ratchet. I'm like, Patty, Miss Patty, Auntie Patty, how you gonna forget the words to Tina Turner's song? How you not knowing them when you are doing a tribute to Tina Turner? What? That's so embarrassing. How? I don't know what they need to do. Maybe somebody needs to be standing right freaking in front of her with the freaking words on a chart, since she apparently couldn't read the monitor or wasn't big enough, wasn't big enough font or pitch or whatever the heck. That was disgraceful. One second, let me get my water. And my beverage tonight is my water. We're gonna call it vegan water, like my girl Couture Bay does, in my coldest water bottle. And it is keeping my water cold. There's still a little ice left in it. But I filled it up with ice water, in the morning, and then I keep refilling it up, by the end of the day, the ice, sometimes the ice is still there, depending on how many times I filled it up, sometimes not. But, yeah, y'all. I am hoping that Tyler is going to bring class back to the BET Award. Now, they're saying that part of the issue is that the writers are still on strike. And unscripted, the only things that are really, being able to be put on right now is really the unscripted stuff. Award shows are scripted. But to be honest, even before the writers went on strike, some of these award shows has been very sucky lately. I'm gonna say, since they've come back from the pandemic, some of them have been kind of sucky, you know. But and however, the BET Awards were just, I don't know, ghetto fabulous. Um, but I have a few points to make in regards to the award. Offset was at the BET Awards. Cardi was not. Where was Cardi? Why was she not at the award show with her husband? What's going on? Hmm? I'm just saying. I mean, because did we not all see an alleged side chick of Offset, courtesy of Tasha K, before she went on her sabbatical? And did we not all see a post Offset that got deleted, but somebody got a screenshot of it? We saw it. Shouts out to Couture Bay and the other folks that caught that and shared it with the rest of us, and we in turn shared it with other people. But there was a screenshot. Let me go find it. Got it. That was put up by Offset of a message he put up. It's no longer out there, the original, because he deleted it. But what it said was, my wife F another ninja on me. And it says, I guess it says, gag y'all ninjas, know how I come. So he's accusing her of cheating. And Cardi is talking crazy. While he was at the BET Awards last night doing, a tribute, the Migos were doing a tribute to their fallen brother. She was at a hookah lounge in the ATL with some girl shaking her behind. And then she came on the internet, because that's what she does, and was cussing him out, saying that he was crazy. He didn't know what he was talking about. I don't know. I don't know what kind of marriage they have. But what I do know is that he was in Los Angeles by his damn self. That's what I know. That's what I know. Point number 2. We've heard all of these rumors going around about Remy Ma allegedly cheating on Papoose. We've heard, about him putting her artist that she manages to sleep, allegedly, and that they didn't
say anything to each other on Father's Day or any of that. But if you were watching the BET Awards last night, they were at the BET Awards together. They did a scan in the audience, and this is the one I'm gonna give you because this one you can even find this one on YouTube. You can even find this one on YouTube. There's a scan in the audience doing Busta Rhymes' performance. And doing that scan of the audience, it it goes across Remy Ma and Papoose. Because see, when they were scanning the audience doing Busta Rhymes performance, they were trying to find the old heads. Because the young heads, they didn't even realize what they were getting. They do not understand the beginning of hip hop. Okay? They not getting it. Just like last weekend when I went to the Hollywood Bowl Jazz Festival. The only ones of us who were there who appreciated Diggable Planets getting up there are in our 50s and 60s. Maybe a few in their 40s. Maybe a few in their late 40s. But pretty much anybody younger than that, they don't even remember who Diggable Planet was. So these youngsters, they don't appreciate who Busta Rhymes is. Just like they don't really, like they didn't know who Missy Elliott was when Katy Perry had her jump up at the Super Bowl a few years ago. Yeah, shouts out. Okay, so the youngsters were busy doing selfies and all kinds of other stuff, record. They weren't enjoying the moment of Busta getting up there and doing what Busta does. Busta definitely deserved that lifetime achievement for BET. Now let's talk about some of the ratchetness that happened at the award. So during the award, roll that off time. Or probably afterwards, I'm sure. But during the award, Lil Uzi took a picture with Spice. And JT, of the City Girls, had a cow through her phone, was tripping. Instead of acting like this ninja wasn't even there, doing that stuff because, she's a brown girl and Spice is not. Why is she insecure? Why is she insecure? She's a city girl, right? She should be able to get another dude, Okay. He needs to fade that. Especially because I guess she's not really his type. I guess he doesn't like, brown girls. I'm not sure. Hey, Miss Mahogany. But I did record the BET Awards for posterity because I'm going to go back. I will have more commentary on it after I actually go through and dissect it. But I just wanted to give you my overall commentary of the ratchetness that was the BET Awards. It was like Viacom had just decided they are not paying no attention to the two networks that they would give that they were selling to to Tyler Perry, because they had stripped all of the programming off of VH1 and moved it over to MTV. Okay, and pretty much all you're seeing on BET is a whole bunch of Tyler Perry. I'm sure that's going to change, you know, and that was just, as he was coming in, you know, hopefully next year's BET Awards are going to go back to being the classy awards that they are. They're supposed to be our, Grammys, our Oscars, our Emmys, that we're, talking about Black excellence, just like with the NAACP. But, according to some, the fashions that were worn looked like they came out of Rainbow. Ladies, y'all know Rainbow. And I'm not saying that there aren't some little cute things in Rainbow, but you know how with Rainbow, you take a few little cheap stuff and you put it with some expensive stuff, but not for an award show. I think that the casual award show was like the American Music Award show, but the BET Award and the Grammys and all of the other ones, they were more dressed up. They weren't that casual. But if y'all looking like y'all wearing Rainbow and like you're wearing scraps of clothing instead of, covering some parts of yourself up. Now, I'm not approved by any means, okay? But you can take like dresses that like Toni Braxton has worn in the past that left a lot to the imagination, but they were tastefully done. They didn't look like some of the hoochie mama stuff that some of y'all had on last night. Like I said, looks like it came from Rainbow. But Busta Rhymes, you did the damn thing. Auntie Patty, girl. It's over. There are no do-overs. I just hope that somewhere soon, maybe at the NAACP Awards, they will do better for Tina. Because she deserved better than a diva like Patti LaBelle to forget the freaking words to her song. Like, Patti should be embarrassed. She should be embarrassed. Child, you ain't saying nothing but a word, Miss Mahogany. The Soul Train Awards, I forgot those are the next ones. Lord have mercy. Last year the Soul Train Awards embarrassed us. So let's just let us pray. Let us pray. Let us pray. Let us pray. I don't know. The younger generation, and I don't think they understand. I don't think they really, understand why we have our own. I don't think that they understand why we have our own, you know? Because, they were all born after civil rights, right? Even though, you know, contrary to what y'all think, those of us who are like me, 60, we were also born after civil rights or around the same time, which means that's all we've known. We've never known segregation either. We don't know Jim Crow either. 44 didn't know Jim Crow, because he was born in 1960. Any of us who were born from 1960 to 1965, right before Generation X, yeah, we ain't that old, okay? That's why most of us don't look that old. That's why many of us look younger than some of y'all. Look younger than some of y'all. It is what it is. But I'm hoping that the rest of the Black Award show do better. And Tyler Perry, I am challenging you to fix this. Fix it, Jesus. Fix this award show. All we can tell you right now, all we can say right now is how ghetto and ratchet it was. Everyone is saying that. We all saying that. Clearly it was not. It was kind of just thrown together because we don't have writers. MC Light did her best. Keep it moving. But we didn't have no host. There was no host. It just was kind of like random people coming. I don't know. Was it an array of hosts? What was it? It really wasn't advertised. It just popped up on us. Maybe because, as I said, they were busy trying to Viacom was busy trying to get rid of BET. So they weren't advertising nothing. That's what I think. So, Tyler, you got a year to get this together. You got a whole 12 months to get this award show together. Go back and look at the tapes of the BET award shows of the past. See what they did right and pull that in and look at this year's show as an example of how not to effing do it. Because we embarrassed for you. I mean, that they would do this ish right after, as they are selling it back to someone Black. You have to love it because Tyler had no control over what happened with those BET awards this year, but I bet they won't look like that next year. I bet they won't look like this next year. But it's really sad that they look this way when we are at 50 years of hip hop. It's a big freaking deal that hip hop is still here. See, like the younger folk, and I know I'm an old lady when it comes to certain things, but I was here when hip hop came into being. I was a little kid, But I remember going to my first concert. I remember the that the first artist that I saw was Curtis Blow, and he was singing, "These Are the Breaks." New York came to DC. We saw Sequence, we saw Sugar Hill Gang, we saw Curtis Blow, we saw all of the artists, coming down the pipe to DC and the East Coast. We saw it when it first happened. New York was the birthplace, but it was in the East, specifically, I would say, and then it moved to the South, and then you know, by the 80s, early 80s, it hit the West Coast, and the West Coast put their own spin on it with NWA, and the groups from California, Too Short, Digital Underground, to name a few. Yeah, this is back in the day, you know. Shoot, I will tell y'all, back in the day when Eazy was still around, Eazy-E was still around, at that particular point in time, I lived in the Valley, the San Fernando Valley. He was always in the Valley. I would always see him around at various restaurants in the western part of the Valley. Always saw him. Would see Tupac around the Valley. Because that was back when, it wasn't, rap wasn't the same as other stuff. Come in here, he wants to come say hi, y'all. Say hi. All right, say hi. Yeah, they can see you. You just gotta come a little closer. Come a little closer, baby. Yeah. Yeah, okay. All right, he don't want to come any closer. All right. Yeah, that was him coming and going. He didn't really come on camera. Yeah, and speaking of David, who just came in here, you go and check out my upload today. My upload today was an autism moment, and I'm trying to be more free about sharing some of the stuff that's happening with him as an adult because I think that we don't really get to see a lot of the adults on the spectrum that have caregivers, that someone is there to assist them. You do see some of the more independent adults with autism. A few of them are on YouTube, but the things that I want to talk about, like what happened today with my son, I put that out there for someone else who needs to know that our children, as they become adults, no matter where they are on the spectrum, they always, just because we don't see or know everything that is inside of them, doesn't mean that there isn't more inside of them than what we ourselves can see in regards to them. Because for many people on the spectrum, like my son, verbal communication is not as important to them as as it is for you and I. He doesn't necessarily see how necessary it is, but it's getting better. It's getting better. But sometimes, like today, I couldn't just say what I was looking for. I had to show him what I was looking for, and I didn't have it to show it to him, but I had things that looks like what I was looked similar to it that I could show to him, and he was able to give it to me. And that was a way of an example of thinking outside of the box and being able to communicate with a visual learner like my son. And a lot of us are visual learners. I myself am a visual learner, and it's easier for me to figure things out by actually doing them. So, but if you have a chance, take a look at that. It is on my channel. It's about, I think it ended up being about 7 minutes. You know, I decided, let me just upload this. Let me just put this together and upload this right now while I'm thinking about it. Because the whole point of having the channel is talking about my autism life. And I know I've been doing more of my lifestyle content, but I don't want to lose back to talking about things that are going on with my son, just trying to figure out ways to talk about them. Like there's some other topics that I wanna talk about, and I'm probably gonna do videos in voiceover fashion with illustration, like through pictures and video clips to talk about different subject matter in regards to autism or things that I'm doing with my son. And within some of them, unless it's something specifically about something I'm doing with him, like the gardening therapy, like I'm going to show you guys some of that coming up soon, then it may be just giving you guys general information, showing examples, like I've done in the past with some of the other videos that I have. My editing skills are getting better, but one that I do have coming up is going to be, and I'm doing the research on it right now, is really to talk about whether CBD really is effective for people on the autism spectrum. So yeah, I'm doing some research because I'm not going to just go by the experiences that I have with my son. I'm going to go off of things I want to see, because I do know that because it is, legal, it has been separated from the THC component, that, it's not considered the same as Mary Jane. So, and there's a lot of, just like there's different ways to intake the Mary Jane portion, there's also the different ways to intake the CBD portion. And so I'm just doing some research on, now that it's been legal, for a few years to use the CBD based product, and parents don't have to move to states where there's medical Mary Jane, and they can now use the CBD and not be in hiding and not risk losing their children and all kinds of crazy things that were going on in the past. I want to, do some more research. Yes, I did. Yeah, I did. So that's one of the things that's coming up. Definitely going to continue to be doing some of the lifestyle stuff. in the lifestyle stuff. I am working on putting out that, one of my workout videos. I just had to decide which one of my workouts I was gonna do a video of. So I'm trying to do one that's gonna be an easy one, like a 20-minute one of the 20-minute routines that I do that's kind of more for beginners. Then I may do another one that shows one of the ones that I do that's for intermediate, you know, and but all of the ones that I'm gonna do are ones that I do as a senior. So, you know, they're gonna be ones that, other people who are in the same age range as myself can do, and some of them I will do like I will do the modifications that I do for certain exercises because of, having, lower back issues, you know, with the scoliosis. But, if I can do the actual exercise, then I do the exercise. I just will show you guys the modification. As soon as I figure out how to do that picture-in-picture thing, I'm still trying to figure out how to do picture-in-picture. I tried to do it on, I tried to do that on the video that I put out today, but yeah, I got to do it a different way. I couldn't do it because of the way that I had everything. Even though I did it in the horizontal, most of the video was vertical, in the middle of the horizontal. If that makes any sense to you guys. When you go back and look at them, just like with the shorts are in a vertical. Well, this video, even though it was the horizontal pattern that you have to do for videos, was still vertical, which is why I couldn't do my picture-in-picture, and I figured that out. That's editing stuff. Yeah, to see, like, for example, you see this little picture that's on the side of my, my little, that's there. You can see that because of how my screen is horizontal. If I had this, we had the vertical situation going on, and yeah, you couldn't do little pictures and stuff like that. So I'm learning as I'm learning to do the editing and whatnot. Now, the other thing that I wanted to talk about was the situation that happened. I think it happened last weekend, but it might have happened this weekend. But it's a situation with the mother and her 14-year-old son who, pow a man in, at a restaurant, a hot dog stand, I believe. I believe it was a hot dog stand in Chicago. Now, looking at the video of the incident, the now unalive man assaulted the woman. He knocked her between the washer and dryer twice. And when he did this, because they were arguing, and he basically told her that if she didn't stop talking to him, he was going to knock her between the washer and dryer. And he did it twice. She then proceeded to text her son, and her son came in with a pow pow and proceeded to pow pow the man. The man ran out of the establishment, and the son continued to pow pow until he was unalive. Now, initially, the woman and her son were up on charges. all charges have now been dropped because it has been determined that it was self-defense, that he was defending his mother. Now, I don't know how y'all feel about that, but there was a situation that happened here in YouTube land where a minor son jumped into a fight to defend his mother against another another person. Now, the other person was female in that situation, but charges were dropped in this situation where this boy unalived somebody. Let me think about that. And that probably means in this situation that happened here on YouTube, where a minor jumped into a fight with two adults defending his mother, and the person who he attacked, who was attacking his mother, went to the police and filed charges on him and his mother. If that video that's out there, because we've all seen it, and I'm speaking of the most pre-sector fight between Queen 88 and Cream. Yeah, that fight. So, if that happened with this in Chicago, where someone was actually unalive and the charges would drop, they're probably going to drop the charges against Cream and her son as well, Queen 88, because he was defending his mother, and that videotape is going to show that you were on top of her. So maybe you should have been a cop caller when, yeah. But then, I'm just saying, thankfully, the situation here on YouTube wasn't that same situation. But I am sad about what happened to this man. Prayers for his family. Prayers for his family. But what he did to that woman was wrong. She didn't touch him. And apparently, she was licensed to carry and have a concealed weapon. Now, we're not even going to discuss the fact that her son brought it in and proceeded to use it on her behalf. He gonna need to be in therapy for some years behind this, because she apparently taught him how to use a gun. How did he know how to pow pow? He's 14. How did he know how to do that? And if I were her, I'd relocate. I don't think I would stay there. I don't think that you're going to be safe ma'am, I don't think you're gonna be safe in Chicago. Move somewhere else. Take your son. Move somewhere else. Because somebody crazy may try to retaliate, and then you and your son could potentially end up unalive. That's not a place for you to be anymore. I hope that's not your hometown. Because if it is, it's time to move. It's time to go. It's time to go. Mhm. I didn't think that this was gonna come out this way, y'all. I mean, you can look at it two different ways. One, that, this is the way it should have happened because it was actually self-defense. Or two, you can look at it from the perspective that they don't care about, people that look like us unaliving people that look like us. And if, in fact, that man had been palm colored, that the charges might not have been tried, no matter what was on the videotape. But the videotape that's out there thankfully showed that he was the aggressor for this little 14-year-old boy, but his mother still told him to do this. So regardless, he's going to need years of therapy. Uh-huh. And see, that's what see what Miss Mahogany, she's responsible for him not being here. Because any woman that would actually, encourage him to put his hands on this woman, and she almost ended up being unalived herself. So yeah. Hey, Saint Hudson. Hey, Rocky. So it may not be the decision that everyone wants it to be, but you know what? It's sad. It is sad. But if he had not put his hands on that woman, if they had not come in there rushing everybody and trying to bogart and bully everybody else, he might be alive today. But because of his actions, when you do something, you do not have control over how someone is going to react to what you do to them. Her reaction was she feared for her life. So she called her son in from the car and whatever happened, happened. It's all recorded. She and her minor child did not lie about what their actions were. But the girlfriend was not truthful and tried to make it seem like they came after him for no reason. So now he's not here. He just listened to her. Mhm. So he's no longer here, and as far as the law is concerned, justice was served. You know, now she can try to appeal, you know, but I don't think it's going to happen. But like I said, that lady and her son, they need to find a new home. They don't need to stay in Chicago anymore. Mhm. And I think this happened last weekend, the weekend of Juneteenth. There was like 13 people who were unalive in Chicago. Last week was also Father's Day weekend. I also believe that there was a young lady who lost her father on Mother's Day, like around Mother's Day. And then on Father's Day, her boyfriend, who was there for her at her father's funeral, unalived her with a knife. Something wrong with some of these people out here. Some of these people, something seriously, seriously wrong. Something wrong with them. See, now I didn't think I was gonna be on here for an hour, and y'all see what happened. But you know what that means? Even when I don't think I have something to say, I have something to say, and I don't have a problem being up here and having something to say by myself for at least 60 minutes. I'm not one of them people that I don't need a whole panel. I just don't. I don't mind people coming up, but I don't need a panel. Oh, but I do have something else to talk about, you guys. So this weekend, before I get off of here, 'cause this is something I did that was really, really a blessing. This weekend, along with the other members of the choir at my church, we went to the California Institute for Women, which is the women's prison, state prison, in Southern California, and we actually sang for them. We were there for like a few hours and everything. It was a really good experience. Now, I mean, you know, there but go, by the grace of God go I, because when I was younger, there was things that I did that I probably shoulda, but it never happened. You know, but it was just nice to see these ladies who, even though they're behind bars, even though there's not a whole bunch of physical bars, there's just locked doors that they can't go through. Um, that they have been able to turn their lives around, even if it's for the time, even if they have a life sentence. They've been able to turn their life around and find another purpose, and you know, pray to a higher power, and I'm happy that they've chosen to follow Jesus, you know. it was a very good experience. This is the first time I've like done anything like that. Just like prison ministry. Um, Years ago, you know, I used to go see my ex-brother-in-law when I was married to my ex-husband. I think I told you guys, my brother-in-law actually is no longer in prison. He was part of the Innocence Project because he was actually innocent, but he was in prison from his 30s until he turned 69. Now, of course, now the state of California is paying him a whole bunch of money because they have to pay him restitution because DNA proved that he was innocent. Thankfully, but back then they didn't have the technology, but the technology was available saying he was able to get that DNA tested, and so he's been free for almost a year. But I remember, and he was in a high level. He was in one of the high level prisons. So yeah, it wasn't fun when we would have to go visit him because they had all these crazy restrictions on what you could and couldn't wear. Like females had to wear very loose clothing. I couldn't wear bras that had underwire on them. All my bras had underwire. I had to get like sports bra so that I could go in there. I would go in there and basically like, some black sweats, you know, just they don't have as many restrictions as they did back then. Like they didn't really have us going through like metal detectors or anything, but they still had the restrictions on the color. So we just wore black and white to be safe. But it was a wonderful experience. I was blessed by it. Um, I know that we blessed the ladies that were there. I mean, many of them were much younger, but there were women there that were in my age range, and I'm thinking, Lord, I I don't know what I would do if I didn't have my freedom. You know, if somebody told me when to get up, when I could go to sleep, when I had to eat, when I could go to the bathroom, when I could take a shower, yeah, because that's what their life is about. I just, I thank God that I was able to go there and minister to them. I definitely want to do it again. Definitely want to do it again. Um, because I think we if nothing else we touched them with the message and the songs that we sung. And one of the songs that we sung was the song that my choir director wrote called "My Help." You can look it up, Google it on YouTube. It's on YouTube. And I don't know if the version that we sang is on YouTube, but you might be able to find the version of "My Help" on YouTube by Bam Crawford's Purpose. And if you find that version of it, like the video of it, you might actually see me when I was like it was almost 30 years ago. Yeah. But my hair was in braids. They just weren't purple. They just weren't purple, but my hair was in braids. Yeah, I've been a natural girl for a long time. My hair was in braids though. But you guys, I'm gonna get out of here. I will be back live on Wednesday, God willing. I don't think I have anything to keep me from being live on Wednesday. I'm going to be doing some more content for you guys this week. Not sure which content. I'm not sure if I want to get out the one on my. I have one that I'm doing on my self care. How I keep my skin looking like this. And I have, the workout one that I'm working on, and then I have the garden therapy one that I'm working on with my son. And I think I'm going to try to finish that one up this week because we're planting some stuff. We're planting some tomatoes and we're planting some herbs. But we're doing both of those in the same pot. Because, yeah, I want to plant them both in the same pot. Make sure we, have certain things in there. But I'm gonna plant those two, and we're gonna plant those this week because I'm gonna get my son and I'm gonna try to videotape and take pictures so that I can post that. Because the last thing I did, we didn't post nothing. But I will see you guys on Wednesday, or I'll see y'all in these YouTube streams. Be looking for my upload this week. And until the next time, I offer you guys peace and blessings from the West Side. I will see you guys live on Wednesday. I'm out, you guys. Peace. Bye, you guys. Here is the outro.
Well, guys, that's it for tonight's Not So Random Chat. But I'll see you guys the next time. Until then, peace and blessings from the West Side. I'm out. Peace.